Yes. It's just loud enough. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh, bet. Cool. I was like, yo, if it doesn't let me do this, then I quit because why is it always me?
Nah, this was smooth this time around.
Yeah, this is way better than other times.
Man. Wow. So.
Oh my gosh, it's been like weeks.
Man, hasn't it? I think it's been like what, maybe almost 2.5 weeks.
I feel like it's been longer than that.
I think so.
I don't know. Time's been going weird, so I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track. I think it's been almost 3 weeks.
I feel like it's been a month, but we're gonna go with 3.
Oh, how you been?
I've been really good. Can you see me? Is the light okay? It's really bright.
It's not bad. Are you like behind a wall or something?
It's like a patio. It's like that's outside.
Oh, it's so bright. It looks
It's
like
very bright. Yeah, it's like
it works though. It works.
yeah.
That's cool. That's lit. All I got is boards, so you know.
Right. I was gonna say, are they hanging up or you still have them sitting? Are you just at a different angle?
Huh?
You usually have it like at a different angle. It looks like they're like up on the wall.
Oh nah. It might be just
Oh, okay. I see the stand now.
yeah. Stand.
Look at you, got all those notes. Let me see. Let me read some of that.
Oh yeah, it's we're gonna get into these too.
It's cool.
Got some goals on the side. Nobody needs to see that though. But this is what matters the most.
He should never see that though.
This is the formula and the mindset. This is what people need to see. Okay. Which we're gonna talk about today. But first, got a couple of topics in mind. A lot of the stuff pertaining to how our weeks were. Oh, real quick, hold on, I'll be right back. I got this. Oh. Okay. All right. Whew. I had to plug my laptop up because I got to edit a video and I don't want it to die. Oh. Yeah. I was waiting on it to upload, and then you text me, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, let's go ahead and get this going." Oh man, timing couldn't be better. So, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been all over the place. New job.
Mm-hmm.
New. Everything just feels very new. Lots of new things going on. So I'm trying to adjust. Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been very uncomfortable. Let me tell you.
Okay. How so?
Yeah. Just in situations that are in, I guess situations that I haven't been in before. But I mean, that's what comes with growth and doing things that you weren't doing before. You have to get uncomfortable to be able to adjust and learn new things and grow. So here I am, growing.
Growing and flourishing. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And my new job, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to like really start. Like I'm still in training and like learning all these new things, and it's been a lot, but I'm super excited. Super excited.
That's awesome. Congrats on the new job.
Thank you.
Yes. and all the endeavors. I know that, you know, transitioning into anything new, it's never easy, but the process is just it's beautiful in a sense. It has a essence of beauty in it. So
Mhm.
no matter what happens, just know that everything is always working out in your favor.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
That's the number one thing I keep at the top of my brain.
big fact.
Everything. It's always working out. Like,
Mm, it's
what
always
is it? What do they say? The proof is in the pudding.
yes. You know, you know what? I have a new saying that I discovered it today, but I'm gonna start living my life by this saying from here on out. And it was really profound. The saying is live life as if it's rigged in your favor.
Ooh.
Live life as if it's rigged in your favor. So like it's almost like playing a game with a cheat code. You know that when you enter this cheat code, that the game is just gonna go your way regardless of what you may run into.
Yep.
And I'm in the process of living my life that way. Um, just living life as if I have the cheat code, which we do. We all have the cheat codes to life, but we, for some reason, just choose the hard way. I mean, there's a lesson in it, but we have the cheat codes in our lives.
For sure.
It's all about how we access it. So
How'd you come up with that? Did you hear it somewhere, or you just made it
I
up?
heard it. Yeah, I heard it, and I was just like, yeah.
I'm always like, I'm gonna take that. Write it down.
Word, for sure, for sure. I will tell you though, this week, as far as my week, it's been a roller coaster. Let me tell you.
Really?
Yes. But I got notes because like in every phase that I was going through, it just felt like this is what it meant. So like, let me see. Where can I even begin? So the first half of the week, um, my mom, she got into an accident. Yeah.
She okay?
Yeah, she's good. She's good now. She somebody just swiped her on the side and completely totaled her car. Um, so she had to, yeah, they had to like rip the door to get her out, and they had to rush her to the hospital. She was fine. She just had like a little head injury, and she had a few fractured ribs. But
Oh my god! I'm glad she's okay. That's so scary.
I'm, I'm telling you, and it was like I don't know. I felt kind of helpless because I was all the way out here in Georgia.
Yeah.
That happened in South Carolina, and my sister's just calling me frantic, and I'm just like, shit, like I need to be there. And I had a lot of other stuff going on at that time, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get down there in a couple days because I had a lot of other stuff I had to take care of. So it was like it was a battle for a minute because I was so wanting to drop everything because it's so funny how when things just start to go like extremely well, that something happens and it just throws you completely off that path. And it's like, God, I didn't want this kind of test. Like, I get it.
Right. Like, wait. No, 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 no.
Don't hurt
Time
my
out. Time out. Wait, I wasn't ready.
for real. Like, I was not ready for that. I was like, yo, okay, I knew that there was a test, but I I wasn't expecting that. That was like,
Mhm.
whoa, okay. So in a sense, that kind of pushed my drive in a sense, right? For next week. Because I went down Wednesday.
Mhm.
I had some other stuff to attend to that day too. I had like drill and stuff, but I went down Wednesday, took care of my mom. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I had military duties, but then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I just took care of my mom. I made because she just bought a new house, so I was helping her take care of the house. Just help her with little things, just check on her, make sure she's good, stuff like that. And we had a really good conversation. And it made me realize like, you know, life is precious and everything that I'm doing is it's really not just for me. It's really for, everybody that I love and I care for. And it really made me think like this is why I really do what I do, because in any other situation, if I was in a situation to where I wasn't in control of my time or my finances or anything like that, I probably couldn't have just executed how I executed.
Yeah.
So that just really pushed me to go harder, because if anything like that would ever happen again, God forbid, I want to be in a position to where I can take care of my family in the best possible way, to where they don't
Yeah.
need to worry about it. So it was a blessing and a curse at the same time, but nonetheless, I was still grateful for the lesson. I'm grateful that my mom is okay,
Me too.
and yeah, that was a really interesting way to start the week, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that happened, and throughout this week, one thing that I did learn is that the power of words and how they have such a massive effect on people, right?
Oh my gosh. I just said that like 3 hours ago. I was like, wow, my words are so powerful.
Facts, facts. It was like you got to really be careful with the words that you use, because you don't realize how powerful you are. And I think that kind of made me realize that this week. It was just like, or last week, like your words are really powerful, and you got to be mindful of how you use them and who you use them with,
Mm-hmm.
because that
Mm.
really indicates the direction that your life is headed. So this is why I really do love these talks that we have and appreciate them so greatly, because there's always new insight, and to bounce ideas off of and with somebody who is on that same frequency, that same wavelength, is like it's as close to God as you can get.
It's
Like,
powerful. It's so important.
yeah,
It's so important. So that remember when you were saying like we should have like more lives, but like bring other people in. Like, oh my gosh, that sounds so
yeah,
fun.
that
Because I mean, it's already fun when it's just us, but then you add in more people, and I can just only imagine.
golly, it's gonna be crazy.
I know.
It's gonna be crazy. We gotta vet them though. We gotta vet them, make sure they on the right path.
Right,
So,
right, 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 right.
but man, I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Because when others start to come into this whole thing, bro, it's gonna take off, right? It's really gonna take off, and that's another thing that I've learned too, right? Somebody was talking the other day. I was watching a podcast, and they was like, "You can't manifest everything," and I was like, "Huh?" And he kind of elaborated on it, because I was like, "Okay, well, what you mean by it?" He was like, "There is a certain level of work that is required for you to manifest certain. I mean, for you to get certain things. Like he was saying, you can't manifest $1 million. You got to work for that." And that made me think, right? And I got it right here. Manifestations are the influencers of your actions. That's why manifestations are the influencers of your actions. Yeah. So when you say you can't manifest certain things, I disagree, because like you see this board right here. It started off with a visualization, and then I
Mm-hmm.
wrote it down. And then as I see this every single day when I walk past it, and I
Mm-hmm.
and I just like keep it fresh in my mind, that is what will manifest. Everything that's on this board will manifest. And it's all because it's in my subconscious mind and it's influencing my actions. Even if I don't recognize what I'm doing, I know that every action that I do is based on the board that I see every single day. So that was one lesson that I learned, and I recognized it in everything that I'm doing now. It's like when I wrote it down, I seen the action that I was taking, and I was like, interesting. Where did that come from? I was like, oh, it's from the board. Okay.
It's in your once you get it into your subconscious, it's gonna look for those conversations you want to be a part of, those opportunities, those skills you didn't realize you had, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna just come automatic. Like, oh, I should give this more attention. This is
Exactly.
meaningful to me. So it's no, I get exactly what you're saying. That does make sense. I
Mm.
love
That's it.
that.
Hey,
Manifestations.
manifestations. Hey, take that one. Manifestations are the influencers of actions.
Hey, we got to get that bars button going.
I
Bar.
swear. That whole put a little flame sound on it too. Speaking of which, oh my God, speaking of flames, bro, another thing that is elevated me. So, I about those mushrooms, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about it too.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay, YouTube. It's all right. This is legal. It's all legal stuff. I want to get in
This
trouble.
is legal.
Right. Man. So the way it works, right? I bought the starter kit. So you got the 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams, 500 milligrams. Then you got the chocolate bar, which is a shitload of grams. I think it's like 5 grams. And I was a little concerned at first because I was like, okay, I've never done this before. I don't know what this is gonna do. And I had to work that day, so I was like, okay. Um, so I got vitamins that I take as well, and I added into my vitamin regimen. And I did the 100 milligrams first, just to see. But the thing that shocked me was on the back. It was like, don't operate any kind of machinery. Disclaimer: I didn't operate any machinery though.
Oh, okay.
Right? Disclaimer. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill out today and just see what happens. So took the first one. It's really tiny. It's really tiny. And I was like, hmm. And the feeling that I can describe it as is it was just like euphoric. It was not like a high when you like smoking weed, but it was more like a euphoric feeling. And I felt more clarity. I felt more at peace. I felt more at ease. I felt like everything that I did, I was just executing on it, and it wasn't really like I didn't have to overthink it or second guess it or anything like that or go revise it. It was just like execution. Um, and that was another thing that I learned too through my week is just like when you have the right navigational system set up in your life, the execution is flawless. And honest, yeah. And that's honestly been my biggest thing is just like everything that I do, I like to have a system in order now. There was one point in my life where I was all chaotic all over the place and it was just like, okay, I was doing this, but it would take me hours to get like maybe 3 things done. And I was like, okay, something's got to change.
Yeah.
And that's the realization that these mushrooms gave me. um, I was like, okay, so I need to get organized with everything that I'm doing. And that's why before you called, I knocked out so much. And I was like, wow. And then you honestly you text at the perfect time because I literally just finished recording a video that I'm gonna post on YouTube.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I've been getting it. I've been getting it. So that's why like I tell you, I was like, yo, I'm getting tasks done like in a way I never have before. So
good. That was today. You took them today?
oh no, I've been taking them for
Okay.
a week. So
Oh nice. You take them every day or?
so I do 4 days on and 3 days off. Yeah, that's what the thing said. Do 4 days on, 3 days off. See how you feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So I'm gonna go with the 200s next. Yeah. See what that.
You're gonna work your way up to the chocolates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm like, but honestly, with the 200s, I feel like that's pretty good because the next one after that is 500. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do the 200s. Yeah. I'm like 500. You know what the back of the thing said? It said, "Kiss your mother and your cat goodbye."
Whoa. That's concerning.
I was like, what? What you mean?
Going on a trip. That's
You going on a trip, buddy? Say goodbye to your mama and your cat, cause you gone. You out of here.
Okay, well be careful.
Yeah.
Call me when you take those.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gonna be the first one I call for real, cause
That's gonna be hilarious.
that's gonna be funny. I honestly want to do one day. You gotta order those too. So one day.
No, I do. I keep forgetting. My friend was actually supposed to come down this weekend, and we were going to do some because she has some.
Oh.
But then her plans got canceled, and it didn't end up happening. So.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, she got the real deals though. She got like the The actual mushroom?
I don't know what she had. Whatever she had, I just was gonna have it. We were just gonna see how that goes.
Oh man, that's a good time. That's a good time.
I don't know. And she's hilarious, so it would have been a great time. I'm sad I didn't get to try them.
Hey, we should have her on the pod. We should have her on the live. Like all three of us on the live. We just take some psychedelics and then just have a conversation.
She would be a great person. She had a radio show at her when she was in college too, so she would be perfect.
Interesting. We'll put a pin in that.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm working my way up towards that. And yeah. That's definitely an idea that we can definitely use. Like both of us, we get some, I get some. We just like, okay, at the same time, bloop, and then just see what happens from there.
I'm laughing. It hasn't even happened yet, and I'm already laughing. I'm like,
it's gonna be a trip. I promise. It's gonna be a trip. Golly. Oh, my bad. I feel like I'm talking too much. Is there any lessons that you extracted from your week? Maybe.
Okay, so I don't want to talk about too much. Okay, so I have started dating someone.
Okay.
And this is like the healthiest relationship I've ever been in, and it's been so uncomfortable. Like so uncomfortable. Like when I talk about being uncomfortable, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
We talk about everything, and like we're both wildly self-aware. So it's like lots of really good communication, like with love languages, what you're just everything. And it's been really, I don't even know what word to use. It's been really nice.
Really nice.
Yes, and uncomfortable, but like uncomfortable in a good way. Like it's uncomfortable because I've never had these conversations before. Like I've never had someone want to be there for me in this way, and I've also haven't seen this kind of relationship anywhere else. So it's like I'm new here, so I don't know what's going on, but it's been nice, and I'm like trying to take it a day at a time and really appreciate it. So communication and growth and being uncomfortable has been, for the past month, has been it's growing me for sure.
Yeah.
We are going to start our own accountability group where we get together once a week and hold each other and ourselves accountable for whatever we are wanting to. Kind of like you and I, but obviously a more in-person, intimate kind of way because we're here and you and I are like very far away.
Right. That's awesome. Yo, congrats. Honestly, I feel like it was just the timing is right though. The timing is right. You've been doing the work for such a long time. Such a long time. So it was only inevitable that you would attract the right mate in your life.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But the lesson in that was I had to walk away from dynamics and situations that I did not want in order for the thing that I did want to just literally walk into my life. So easy peasy. And I knew that, and I was scared for a little bit to let go of what I had going on because shit, I was lonely, I guess you can say. And it's like, hey, well, I don't got nothing going on. You ain't got nothing going on? Well, let's hang out. Let's just keep each other company. But once I was like, this is not actually what I want, and like put it in my mind, then that's when it was like, oh, hello, here you are. Wow. That was really, it like happened really fast. Like it was, okay, I need to let this go. And then 2 seconds later, it was like, hey, how are you? I'm actually what you were waiting for. And it was like,
wow.
All I had to do was, okay. So letting go of what you don't want, whether it's people, situations, jobs, anything like that, Um, if you don't want it, you do not, you have to let it go, which is really hard, because we like that security, we like that familiarity in
Mm,
situations and people, but you have to let it go in order for you to get the things that you actually want.
mm.
Like it's the proof is in the pudding. I'm trying to tell you. It's gonna prove it to you every time.
Right. Wow. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Wow. So something that came to mind when you said that was like, when you have to let go of something in order for something greater to come into your life, right? And that's not the easiest thing to do, right? So I think my question to you is, do we have a fear of things moving in the direction that we want too fast? Like, if we want certain things, right? We want certain relationships, certain careers, and all these other great things, right? And I
Mhm.
think the ideology of them is what really excites us. But once we get those things, maybe we're not prepared for those things, or maybe we're not in a space of worthiness to have those things. At least we don't think so. So,
Imposter syndrome is very real.
yeah, is that what you think that's what that is?
That I have right now.
Just in general.
I do think in general that imposter syndrome it's always going to come in. I think even for a second for me it did, like, oh, there's no way, this is not real.
Mm,
Like, there's no way it just was that easy for it to just happen like that. But I think that's the ego wanting to go back to that familiar. So it's grasping at any thought to maybe pull you back into the familiar. Um, because growth is hard. It's a little painful sometimes because you get uncomfortable. Because,
mm,
like I said, you haven't been here before. This is so new. You know, the ego doesn't like new, it doesn't like the uncomfortable, the unfamiliar. It wants to be back in its security blanket of where we have been for such a long period of time.
right.
So, that imposter syndrome, you can't, it's okay to feel that way. But when you feel that way, know that it's because you are now in a place that you weren't before, and
Mm,
that's growth, that's change. That means you're not doing the same thing you were doing before, and that's good. We don't want to continue to do the same thing. So imposter syndrome and being uncomfortable, I have welcomed it into my life, and I'm just growing and growing, and I feel like it's a huge lesson that I feel like everybody needs to, or should, um, get used to growing through. I
mm.
said growing through, but I meant going through, but same thing.
Same thing. I like that. I like that. I really do. I love it.
Yeah.
That kind of falls into a thought that I had this morning, right? Um, so I do a meditation practice, right? Where every morning, the way our like bathroom, our room is set up is like you got the bathroom and then the closet right next. And every morning I like to just go in that closet because it's pitch black. This is
Yeah, you
pitch
said you do your
black.
meditations in there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the thing that I realized is that a lot of people are afraid of the darkness, right? Because they don't know what's in there and they don't know what's going to come out of it. And the fact that other people are afraid of the darkness and they're afraid to go in that direction, that just means that's the direction that I need to go in because that's where the uncomfortable things are. That's where the truth is. And that's the thing that people are scared of. And I do that because I don't ever want to be in a position to where the comfortable is normal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I got you. You want to be uncomfortable for the most part. That's
Yeah,
where the growth is. I mean, that's where the change is coming.
yeah. Mike Rashid actually talks about that a lot too. Shout outs to him. He says that he enjoys being uncomfortable. Like he loves being in a uncomfortable situation. And if there's any point in his life where he feels like he's getting comfortable, he shifts that because he knows that um he's probably grown to a certain level and now it's
Mm-hmm.
time to move on to the next level and do something
Level
different.
up.
Yeah. So I constantly seek that. Like there's a difference between being comfortable and then practicing what it is that you do on a consistent basis, right?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
with me creating content, right? I've been creating content for years,
Mm-hmm.
and for me at this point, it's just practicing because I know that whatever that next level is for me or whatever opportunity lies ahead, I know that with me doing this every single day is just sharpening me to get me prepared for whatever that next level is.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Like I love doing these right here because it sharpens me, you know? So gotta embrace the darkness, gotta embrace the uncomfortability because that's where your truth lies, you know? Yeah.
Sometimes it's scary though. It is scary
It
to
is.
take that uncomfortableness and say, okay, I'm okay. Getting your body used to that, or getting used to that, letting your body feel, because you're like, oh god, like it's
Mm,
sweating, and that anxiety tries to like kick in, and
mhm,
those are strong feelings. But to be able to overcome that again and again and again,
mm.
there's power in that.
I'm telling you. It's almost like working out every day. Like, I feel like if you work out every day, it kind of like prepares you for whenever you're in those uncomfortable environments because working out is really uncomfortable. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
Anybody
Hmm.
who works out, I don't think it's comfortable. You'll get to a point where you're like, okay, I can handle this,
Yeah.
but it's never comfortable. That's not
Right.
how
Right.
you build
Right.
muscle, you know.
Hmm.
Um, like this morning, I ain't gonna lie. I had this a couple times happen, right? Um, I said, okay, I'm gonna work out this morning.
Hmm.
I like to end my weeks like with a I call it an AMRAP, which is as many reps as possible. AMWAP. AMRAP, my bad. AMRAP. As many reps as possible, right? And it's a set of workouts that you do. It's like 8 different exercises. You do 8 reps for as many sets as you can. And I kept telling myself the next day, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that because I missed the day. I used to do 5 to 6 days and I missed the day. I was like, okay, so I gotta make up for that day today. And something in my mind was just like, I mean, do we really have to today? You're still sore, you're still recovering. Today is mostly a chill day. Let's just not today. And as I'm saying these things, I'm preparing everything. Like I'm putting the mat,
You're getting ready.
I'm searching for the thing, and it's still going. Like, do we really want to do this? And it's like I'm practicing following through on my word, even if it's something I don't want to do. And I did it, and I felt great at the end because I followed through with what I said I was gonna do. And the same thing happened the other day, right? I had to go out and take care of some clients, but it was raining all day, and the weather was terrible. And I was like, the clients that I had to take care of were like 2 hours away, and the rain was just consistent, just going nonstop. And something in me before I left the house was just like, I mean, you can wait till Monday, right? I mean, it's cold, it's raining. Like, do we really want to go out here? And as I'm talking, as that voice is talking, I'm getting my stuff ready. I'm getting in the car, I'm driving, getting gas, and it's just still going on and on.
Mhm.
And as I'm driving down the highway, it's just like, shit, you done got almost halfway there.
We're halfway there. We committed now.
And even then, it's funny you say that. Even then, it was like, I mean, you still turn around. I mean,
I mean, it's an hour that way. It's an hour back home.
exactly. It's like it's only an hour. You're not that far from the house. Shoot. But this is the beautiful thing about it, right? Because it's all visual for me. So as it was raining and I'm going and I'm going, when I get to my first stop, um, the rain kind of stopped. It was just a little drizzle, but it stopped. And then as I was going to each of the clients that I'm going to, it was like how it is today. The sky was blue, the clouds were out, the sun was out. I was like, yo, it's beautiful right now.
I
And to
love
think that I said I wasn't gonna go, and all I had to do was just get through the storm. And the funny thing about that is, I was listening to a podcast with Donnie Wiggins, and she was talking about words and how powerful they are, right? And she was like, if you take the words depression and she dissected it in a certain way, she was like, take the I and put it in the beginning, take the DE off, and all this other stuff. Um,
Press on.
Press on, yes. I heard press on, and I was like, wow. I no, not press on. I press on. Same thing though, but I
Oh,
press on. So I was like,
I like that.
yeah,
I like
that
how you like the storm was gone and I was at my destination already.
right. Because I pressed on. I kept going.
Look at you.
I
I
followed through on
love
my
that.
brain.
Proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. You
That's
know?
just that's the saying for today. The proof is
Hey
in the
man,
pudding.
that's some good pudding. Let me tell you.
Okay.
That's some good pudding. I need some more of that proof because
Nothing like a good proof pudding.
hey, we might need to market that. Is that even exist? Proof pudding?
If it is, I've actually got an assistant. They're copywriting it right now because anybody sees this, so don't even worry about it. It's already done.
Exactly. It's already patented, so don't take it. Proof pudding. Because the proof is in the pudding. Oh God.
Love that.
You're funny. Oh goodness.
I'm so excited to get back on a consistent weekly live
mm,
schedule. I went out with my family, I think it was last week, for my
mhm.
niece's birthday, and my sister and my aunt were like, are y'all still in these lives? Because I've been looking for them,
What?
and I know
Really?
we have two fans, so
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy. You know what's funny though? I had two people ask me at drill. They was like, "Hey man, you know what's up? What happened to the lives? What happened to the?"
Oh, we have been depriving the people.
I'm telling you, that's crazy.
I
Yeah,
love
we got
that.
we got work to do.
No, no, for real.
For real. Okay, we gonna talk after this. We gonna
No,
talk business after
for
this.
sure.
That's crazy. See, this is how it happens. It
I know.
always happens this way. At first, you got one, two people that show up, and that's cool. They show love, they show support. They were there from the start, and then next thing you know, the ball starts rolling. Actually, I made a video about this. Right? It's called the Season of Success, and
I think I
this
saw that.
season, this season is all about just things just flourishing in some of the most unimaginable ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that quote that I said before, I'm living life as if life is rigged in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's literally what it is. And I don't accept anything less. Like life is happening for me, for you, for everybody, for all our loved ones in such an amazing way that you have no choice but to be successful. You know? Like you have no choice but to be blessed. Because you've
Mm-hmm.
been doing the work for so long that you have no choice at this point. And that's why when things feel uncomfortable for you, it's because the work that you did on the back end is now starting to show on the front. And now it's
Ooh.
like, oh,
Okay. The work
it's
is
like
from the back and not making it way to the front. I
I was in
like
the front, you
I
know?
like the
Like
movement too.
I was in the front. And it's crazy because I for me, I would say I got into the habit of just doing the work so much that I didn't pay attention to the results. And then once things started happening, once I started connecting with different people, I was like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, this is because what I did years ago. And I didn't recognize what I was doing, but now I see it now in real time. And it's like, this is why things happen as they do. This is why you found your match so quickly. As soon as you let things go, it was just like, boop, I'm here. You know, like that. You're blessed for that.
Exactly. Exactly. And
So,
you can easily go back and take those experiences and you're like, oh, look at this platter that I already have
mm,
built on. And now we're here and we're building more.
mm.
So that we can go forward. And you look back and you're like, now I have this platter with more on it. And then you build more. It's so nice.
It's so nice. It's beautiful. And this is why we do what we do because it brings more realization to the things that we're doing on a consistent basis. Because it's one thing to do it by yourself and for yourself, but then once you start to incorporate other people in what it is that you're doing, now you start to recognize the work that you're doing. Because honestly, before we started doing this, there were certain things that I didn't recognize that I was capable of, and I was like, wow, because I would go back and watch some of the replays, I need to send those to you too. Maybe you might want to post them. But
I know. I need to. We know. I need to get a new phone.
mhm.
I'm surprised my phone hasn't did nothing crazy. Now it's an older version. Like it's time for me to upgrade because she's not feeling it anymore. She's done.
Uh-oh.
So I need to get a new phone and then I can have better. That's me giving an excuse. I'm going to do better. I'm going to start executing more. So
There we go.
this
Execution.
is what is it? April 9th.
Mm.
Hold me accountable. My next. Oh, it's actually today. It's in a few hours probably. So what time?
Oh,
What time?
it is 5:58. I mean 5:48. My time.
4:48 here. So
48.
April 9th, 4:48. I'm saying it.
4:48. Hey, it's right here in the live. It is gonna be posted. So said it. You spoke it into existence. So it's gotta
I
be.
am. I am. I really am.
Okay. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I have a I've even made like little posters for my room, content ideas. Like
Mm,
I'm working on it. I'm coming.
mm,
I'm coming. I
mm.
promise. I have so many things. Like you said, I have so many things that I'm trying to do that it's like I'll do a little bit here, I'll do a little bit here, I'll do a little bit here. And I'm not fully executing, and that's where I need to hold myself more accountable.
Hmm.
So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, you're doing the damn thing, okay?
oh, I also have this really great YouTube idea, but it's for me and my sister. But I'm gonna talk to you about it after this. So
Okay, okay. I
I
got
need
some
to.
ideas too. We need to talk about too. Yeah, it's a lot of things in the works right now. A lot of things in the
I'm
works.
wondering if we should collab on it, or like it could be like your own. We'll talk about it after.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
So, what's next? I talked about that. Oh yeah. So, oh, okay, I'll continue. So, the understanding of where excuses come from and how to overcome them. There she goes. The
Sorry, it's I was asking for right now.
oh, okay. So the understanding of where excuses come from and how to overcome them. This is a realization that I had, like when I told you those things that happened.
Are we? Do we like mirror each other or something? I don't understand. Are you watching me? Because I just had this conversation the other. Okay, go ahead.
At this point, I'm not even surprised. That's crazy. That's wild. So understanding where your excuses come from and how to overcome them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had these realizations today and yesterday. And like I said, the visualization just painted the whole picture for me.
Oh
When
my
you're going through the storm, when you're going through the storm of doubt and overthinking and excuses and blah blah blah, and every single reason for you to not do the thing that you said you was gonna do comes up, how do you overcome that? What do you do in those moments? I think perseverance is one of the biggest keys when it comes down to it, and that's something that I've been implementing lately. And something that a coach told me some time ago, he was like, "Your excuses are always going to be valid, right? There's nothing wrong. Your excuses are totally right. But the only things that separate you between you and your excuses is either you believe them or not." And I feel as though God gives us the choice to be like, well, you can do this or you can do this. There's nothing wrong with it now, right? Because one thing I'm learning now is if I do fall through on an excuse, if I follow through with an excuse, I'm not beating myself up because that was a choice that I made consciously. I chose to follow through with this excuse. Now, the result that I get as a as the reason, for choosing that, that's a different story. But I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. Um, so when it comes down to the excuses, I think it's just persevering through them and just going through whatever it is you said you was gonna go through with the excuse in mind. Because I'll be honest, today I almost made an excuse because when I said, "Hey, let's go live," and I was like, "Oh, if not, don't worry. I know you got family going on." That was my excuse talking. But then
Uh-huh.
you text me, I was like, you know what? Nah, let's just do it right now. Nah, let's do
Yeah,
it
when you
right.
said that, I said, "Damn, he's right." Because when I tell you, I've not been having the best like 24 hours. I did my taxes yesterday.
Mm,
I don't think I need to say anything else after that. It was too much. It was too much. It took me out. It took way longer than it was supposed to. It was a whole thing. I had like some neck issues going on. My back was. It was a whole thing. I have excuses.
mm.
And you're like, well, let's just go live now. And I said, damn. I have rolled my eyes and everything. Let me tell you right now, because I was not feeling good. And I was like, as soon as you said that, I was like, let me go get my face ready because we're gonna do this, I guess.
Yup, yup. And honestly, I felt that too, because I was like, because there's only so much you can understand through a text, and the friendship that we have is still new, and we're still understanding each other's boundaries and is
Mhm.
ands and stuff like that, right? So,
Mhm.
um, I just felt like that was me kind of pushing the envelope a little bit because
Yeah.
I felt like that was necessary at the time. Because I mean,
Mhm.
it's like, are you gonna follow through with the excuse, or are you gonna follow through with what you said you was gonna do?
Right.
And
Right. Right. And I
yeah,
also, once you said it, it was like, okay, we can do this. We just needed, like, I think it was like last week or whenever is the last time we were supposed to go live. I was like, we just need to go live one more time. Like, we just need to do it once, even if it's for like 15 minutes, so that we can get back into the motion of it. Because we were doing so good. I
for
think there
real.
was a couple weeks where we had some extra ones, like,
Yeah.
at least interaction online with like other people and things, and like we were doing really good, and then it like
Boom.
stops, like, and then it was just so, it's just been so hard to pick it back up because we're so busy, and it's like, okay, I just need to get one in so we can get the ball rolling again. It just needs a little push, so
That's it.
that was like a tap, even like
Yeah.
to
Just a little
get the
light
ball
tap.
rolling, and we're back in.
Just
So
like that. Just like that. That's all it
just like
took.
that.
But honestly, that's I mean, that's the beautiful thing about what it is that we got. It's like we pushing each other to evolve and grow and become better. Like with every conversation, with every live, it's like it's always something new. It's always something that is relative to not only us but to the community as well. And it allows everybody else to grow and evolve with us as well. And that's
Mhm.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, you know?
It's
So
so nice to see someone else going through those same things, learning the same lessons, or hitting those same barriers, and even breaking through or not. Just
mm,
knowing that other people are going through those same things is like wildly helpful. Like, well, sure, you can do it. I can do it too. Like, we got it.
fact,
And if
fact.
I need help, I know that there's at least one person out there who gets it, and I can have a conversation with, well, how did you get through this? What do you do when this happens? Like, it's
Mm.
really nice to have those conversations, and then us having that conversation and then showing other people, it's like, oh, well, if they're doing it, I can do it, you know? So, and it's just like a ball that just keeps going and going, and
Yep,
it's really nice.
it
So,
is. I saw a video before we got on here, right? This girl, she was like, when all of your friends book first class flights and you're the only one that didn't, the way they went in on her, I was like, I need friends like that. I ain't gonna lie. Because they push you to be better, right? Because they
mm,
was like, oh, you doing okay back there? How's the air back there?
I'm so
They
weak
they Apple paid her $50 talking about
for
I'm
next.
donating to charity or sowing my tithes. And they was like, oh, I want to help too. I was like, bro, I will
Have
never.
you seen I don't know what it's called, Bridesmaids
Bridesmaids on
with
Netflix?
Maya Rudolph?
On Netflix?
Probably.
I have.
But
I think
there's
with
a part she's on the plane and she's the only one it like in that exact same situation. And she was talking to one of the flight attendants and she was like, "Help me, I'm poor." It was just the it's like the funniest part of the movie. Help me, I'm poor.
that's
It
funny.
was funny. That just reminded me of that. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. But it's like you need people like that in your life who are just willing to push you to be better. Because it's like we're not accepting that now. There's no reason why you're the only person out of the entire group that can't afford to fly first class. And they're like, well, we understand. They were just joking around, of course, right? They just wanted to push her to be better. But I just found it funny, especially with what you said just now. And it's like, we got to be accountable to each other. And it's like, hey, if I do something, it's like, oh snap, well, he's pushing the needle. Shoot, I got to do something too. And then likewise, if I see you doing something, I was like, oh snap, well, I gotta get on my game. I gotta boom, 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 make something happen. Um, and that's what this thing is all about. And as more people start to come into this, they're gonna see the momentum that we have and be pulled instead of pushed to do something better and grow and figure out, okay, how did y'all do that? Like you said earlier, how did y'all do that? And then you can teach them how to do that.
What did you do in this situation? Those conversations are so important. And I feel like too many people feel like there's something wrong with asking those questions because why are you asking those questions? You should already know. No, you don't. If you're not taught these things, and if people around you haven't been in these situations and trying to do the things that you're trying to do, you're not going to have the answers. It's okay to ask questions and get information from people outside of you, outside of even the physical where you live. If you need to go online and find new ways to do things or new lessons in the way that other people do things, that's okay. Like that's perfectly okay. And I feel like too many people have maybe it's pride, maybe it's ego, whatever, that they don't need to do that or it's not okay to do that. I mean, it is because growth comes in so many different ways. Like you can't just expect yourself to know the things that you're wanting to do as you're growing and learning things.
Facts. Big facts. We're all in this process together. There's no need to try and go it alone. No. Community is the biggest thing, right? And if you break it down, community is just common unity. You know, common unity. We're just all in the same, we're on the same page trying to figure out the next chapter. We're all on the same page, just trying to figure out the next chapter, but we're doing it together because we have a commonality. Common unity. Ooh. Oh man. So it's been 52 minutes, and we're gonna move into our next segment. We're gonna talk about what's on this board, which
what you got going on?
So let's change the view a little bit, shall we? Don't mind. Let me take this. I don't need this no more. I'm done charging it. All right. So the sun is kind of class is in session. Okay. Can y'all see that? Okay, cool. So
I'm trying not to make a weird face as I read, but I can see.
So today, this is what we're gonna talk about, right? Let me kind of slide this upward a little bit. There we go. Right there.
Ooh, I like that one.
Which one?
It's not less problems that make you successful. It's more skills that make you successful.
I'm telling you, this here is the mindset, right? This is what you need in order to achieve.
You're like breaking up. Is it me or is it you? What's happening? You're like froze. Okay, there you go. Hello?
What happened?
I have no idea. You like froze out of nowhere.
That was weird.
It was weird.
It sounded like real alien just now. I was like,
so did you.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, that was weird.
Interesting. Okay. Let me get this right here. So these are the things that you need to be successful. I really can't see, but it's okay. That's all I can see board. So these are the things that you need to be really successful, right? If you have goals, but you may not have a formula or a mindset to achieve these goals, this is where these things come in. So I do it in order of formula, mindset, and goals, but we're just going to talk about the mindset right now. So I am the creator of my reality. That is key. Abraham, you got to understand that you are the creator of your reality. Everything that is around you is an extension of what's going on in your mind, what's going on internally.
Yep.
When you understand that, then you can understand how to navigate your life from where you are currently to get to where you want to be. This one I really found interesting, and I think this can really help a lot of people. So you're not working on yourself, you are coming into a better understanding of who you are.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love that.
So,
Yes.
so many people get caught up in, I'm working on myself, I'm working on myself, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I don't
Mhm.
discredit anybody who's working on themselves, but just to put a different spin on it, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm working on myself," you can say, "Oh, I'm coming into a better understanding of who I am." So that
Yeah.
way I can understand how to maneuver in life and how to maneuver my goals, right? So that's gonna be key. That's gonna be clutch.
That's huge. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Mm. And this one, like you said before, it's not less problems that make you more successful, it's more skills that make you more successful.
Yep. Because the problems are going to be there.
Mm. Problems are always gonna be there.
Always.
The thing is, are you gonna have the skill set to take it on? And the
Fact.
and the biggest thing I believe is when there are problems that present themselves, that just means you're equipped to handle it. I don't believe that nobody goes through certain situations if they don't have the necessary tools or skills to take care of it. But the fact that you even have the problem just goes to show that you're growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of ties into the next one too, right? Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. Because if you wish things were easier, then you'd stop growing and you would just stay where you are and you will stop having problems and things will never, you'll just live a life of just comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with living a life of comfort. But this right here is talking to people who want more, like you and I, who want to
Yeah.
grow, who want to expand, who have visions of where they truly see themselves. We're not wishing that things were easier. We're just wishing that we were better,
Yep.
right?
And you're working for it.
Exactly. And we're working for it. We're executing. And that comes into the formula. Now
I
that
like
you
that.
have the mindset, now time to work on the formula. So the
Mm-hmm.
breath of life. This is actually something that I learned from spirit science. Shout outs to
I freaking love spirit science.
what? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm a,
Stop.
I'm gonna tell you. It was when I was coming into, understanding and on my journey, it was spirit science, it was Ralph Smart, and it was Abraham Hicks.
Oh my gosh.
Those three, man, spirit science blew my mind. I ain't gonna lie. They blew
Spirit
my
science is so nice to watch.
ain't it? I feel like it's so kid friendly.
I know.
Like a big kid again.
Same.
But they have this thing on there. It's called the breath of life, where correct me if I'm wrong, but you're breathing in for 4 seconds, you're holding your breath for 4 seconds, and then you're exhaling for 4 seconds. And as you're continuing this breathing technique, you're reciting three affirmations to yourself. I trust myself. I love myself. I honor myself.
I value myself.
I value myself. Ooh, look,
Yeah, I have stickies up on my mirror. That's where I got that from.
Mm. So it's I trust myself. I
I
value
honor
myself.
myself. I value myself.
I love myself.
Yep.
I trust myself. I value myself. I love myself. Right? Start with the breath of life. And as you continue with that process right there, then you get into the visualization of things, right? Start right there. Boom. Now you get into the visualization. So now you're in a state of visualizing what your life can be, what you want it to be, what you desire it to be.
Yep.
And as you get into the visualization, then it comes manifestation,
Mm-hmm.
which leads into execution because,
I was like, what's that word?
yeah, it's kind of
Yep.
small. So execution, which, the manifestation and the execution are all tied in together because this right here is a manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I do from here on out is execution. So as you're executing and going through the process of achieving all of your goals, you find yourself in a state of gratitude. And let me tell you, you're the most grateful person I've ever met.
I
Because
have so many reasons to be grateful. So I appreciate you saying that.
big facts. Like that was the first thing I recognized. Like when we talked, it was like, yo, this person is like mad grateful. I don't know
Right.
why, but it's like gratitude just oozes off of you, you know?
Because I'm overflowing most days, most of the time I am overflowing with gratitude. And when you're overflowing, you can shine that onto other people, and
Mhm.
it's lovely. It's lovely to feel, it's lovely to see the effect that it has on people, and it gives me more gratitude. So it's like a cycle that just keeps going.
Mm, mm. Ain't that something? I love it. Gratitude. Hey,
Gratitude.
look, I should
Gratitude.
put
Oh my gosh. Okay, so thank you so much for sending me that song because I listen to it every day.
gratitude. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Look
Yes.
here. With a heart full of gratitude
And a
and a
mindful of
mind
peace.
full of peace. That's how you should love. That's how you should be. What? With a heart full of gratitude and a mind full of peace. That's how you should live. That's how you stay free. I was like, yo, I was high as shit when I heard that. Excuse my language. And I was like, bro, this is so magical. This song is so magical.
Yes, yes, it is. Thank you so much for sending that to me. So
Of course, of course. I honestly thought that you knew who Landrell was because I feel like you said it before, and I was like, hey, she knows who that is. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, gratitude. Mm. And so I choose to live life the righteous way. So now that we're in a state of gratitude, now we can elevate, right? Now we're in a state of elevation because that's what gratitude does. It transcends into elevation. So now you're able to elevate to the next level, and then all you do is just repeat the same cycle over and over again, and you continue to apply the mindset to the goals, and then turn around and apply the formula which allows you to achieve your goals at a much more efficient rate. Yeah, yeah. I just
yeah.
want to use the board because it felt like the right thing to do.
You like doing like this.
Yeah, I like this writing.
You need one of those laser things.
Oh, you're right. Just be like, boom, see that right there, right there. Oh, speaking of which, did you watch that Wall Street Trapper video that I sent you?
No, I didn't.
Yo,
Why?
yo,
What did he talk about on there?
what did he talk about? Man, he was just talking about the state of affairs that are going on in America right now
Oh God.
with the U.S. dollar and
Mm-hmm.
BRICS and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it.
But I think the thing that really impressed me though, because I was kind of late to it at the same time. What impressed me not only the information, but how he was in a flow state. You
Oh,
know,
really? I freaking love
yes,
Wall Street Trapper. You can tell
yo,
he's a kind person.
for real though. Yo, I like the way he like articulates things because it's
I
like
was just about to say that I do too.
for real.
Because he
Like,
really says things in a way that really makes sense to you.
mm,
Like he really has learned how to make it make sense to him, in turn be able to give that to the people that will listen to him.
exactly. And it's like it's so simple to get. Like if the way he articulates is like, okay, I get it. That makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're from the streets, it's like, oh, I get
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
for,
Exactly.
for real. Golly. But yeah, it's dope. It's just dope to see how he's just in that state of flow and it's just like the information is just coming. And I wrote down a lot of notes and it kind of inspired me because I want to be in a state like that where I'm able to teach and just flow and just have information that is valuable for people to grow and stuff like that and articulate it in a way that helps them to understand it and utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I want to
Can
be in.
you send me a picture of that, like how you broke that down like that? I took a screenshot, but I don't think it was really good.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. But yeah. This here, that's it. And honestly, just for the people, this is gonna be a course.
Nice.
This is gonna be a course. So
That will be really good.
mm, yeah,
That will be really beneficial.
yeah, yeah. I think it is. It came to me in a vision. We'll talk about it later, but this is gonna be a course. This is gonna be a course. So that's it. Um, it's been over an hour, 65 minutes. I kind of wanted to keep it at an hour because we can go for hours.
Exactly that.
So,
Exactly.
you got any closing remarks, comments, concerns, or anything like that? Get back in the sun.
You know me. I'm just grateful to be here and be able to have these conversations and share what I've learned and then learn from you and just share our experiences together and then share that with other people.
Mm,
I'm just grateful to have that chance to be able to do that, to believe in myself and believe in you, and then have you believe in me in turn. It's so nice. You know me.
mm.
I'm just grateful to be here. That's it. I'm
Gratitude.
still working on a nickname for myself too.
It'll come. It'll come. Your
It's coming.
ascension name will come. It'll hit you, and before you realize it.
Right. It'll be like 3 in the morning. And I'm like,
Still hard to describe where Paula Zay came from, but he's here now, so
he ain't going nowhere.
exactly. Ain't going nowhere. So thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Thank you for allowing us to be on this journey with you. I truly believe we do better when we grow together. So let's continue to grow with one another. And if you found this live helpful and inspiring in any way, shape, or form, make sure you check out me here on YouTube. I forgot where we were for a minute. Check us out here on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram, and look for us on Fanbase as well.
Yes.
Check out, go to Fanbase. That is where the growth is happening, and that's where we want to be. So go check that out. And you share your social medias as well.
I don't know the names of any of them. On Instagram is Leisha710, TikTok, Lil Sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, just my name, Alicia Catherine. And then fan base is Alicia Catherine. Yep.
3.
3. AC3. I'm really feeling that, but it's a thing.
That sounds like a volleyball name.
Yeah.
AC3, AC3, AC3. What's your
Right.
number? What's your number? Your jersey number?
Well, I don't have a number. It's rec volleyball. It was 9 though.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's close. 369.
I know. 3 squared, I guess.
3 squared. Hey. Oh, that's tough though. AC3. That's tough.
I know. I kind of like it.
AC3. Huh. AC3 empathy. No, never mind. I'm trying to see how to tie those two together. Empathy, empire, AC. You know what? We'll talk about it offline.
We'll workshop it. It's fine.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna call you after this. All right,
Okay.
y'all. Be blessed. Happy Sundays and peace.
Thank you.